There are certain things you should not be doing after you get a property under contract in your name. If you're relying on a mortgage to complete your purchase, then there are certain things which you should not be doing, because the things which affect your debt to income ratio or your credit score should not be done before closing. So your mortgage is approved based on your debt to income ratio, your score, credit history, as well as the value of the collateral, that is your property you're purchasing. So that part, the collateral part, is taken care of by an appraisal process. The first two, that's the debt to income ratio and the credit score, can be altered or can be jeopardized by some unexpected purchases you make. Say you make a large purchase, like buying a car, or buying some furniture, or taking on a big vacation on a credit card. That will affect your debt now, and in that, your debt to income ratio, if you increase your debt, that's not good. Similarly, income, when you change jobs or if you decide to quit your job after you get under contract, it can again cause this ratio to be higher than what is required to get you approved for the mortgage. So don't take more debt. Don't buy new purchases, like no cars, no new furniture, no big vacation, and no co-signing on other people's loans. Similarly, credit history and credit score are affected by opening or closing credit card. If you open a new credit card, you have to lower your credit score. If you close out a credit card, it will affect your credit history. It will shorten your credit history. Again, it's a red flag in the eyes of an underwriter. And especially, do not make any late payments now that you're under contract, because any late payment shows up on your credit history. Do not make any late payments. The last thing you should not be doing is you should not be making any large transfers into your account or out of your account. You don't want to make huge cash deposits once you're under contract in your bank account, because in the eyes of an underwriter, this huge cash deposits can always raise red flags, because they see it as a loaned amount. They do not know whether it's an inheritance or a gift money. They see it as you taking more loan when you have unexplained cash deposited in your account. So always, when you have to deposit some cash, always run it by your lender to make sure that they are aware of what the source of this cash. The last thing you should not be doing is changing your bank accounts. The underwriter wants to see financial stability, wants to see how the money stays in your account for the last 2 months. So they always request for 2 months of bank statements. So if you change your bank account, there's again a reset button of 2 months. So it will delay your closing. And if you do something which affects your debt to income ratio, well, your mortgage could get denied. Can your mortgage get denied after getting pre-approval? Yes, it happened to me, to my buyer. I was working with a buyer who had a credit score of about 620, and he had a perfect looking pre-approval from an online lender. So the pre-approval looked well and good, and we had a very good amount as our down payment, around 200,000. And my buyer was a self-employed person, relying upon a mortgage from an online lender. Everything went well and good. We got under contract. We went ahead with the inspection. The only red flag being, I was never able to get in touch with this mortgage loan officer. There were no response to the emails or my phone calls. And once we were under contract and we were waiting for appraisal, it never happened. That's when you get to know that loan was denied. The reason being, when they pulled the tax documents, when my buyer was required to submit the tax returns for the past 2 years, they had forged the income in the tax returns, because of which the debt to income ratio, whatever they assumed for giving the pre-approval, was incorrect, and his income was not able to support his ability to repay the loan. Even with a perfect looking pre-approval, your mortgage could get denied.
If you're considering a home sale or purchase in 2025, I invite you to reach out to me so I can learn about your unique needs. I can be reached at 860 479 2998.